Damn fans, get out! They're always after us.
Time to go, boys.
Thanks, alright.
Sliding down the barracks hill beyond the speed of light. Didn't know the heart could beat that fast. Frozen tears on crimson cheeks and toes to numb with cold. Didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways. As memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much steeper and the ride costs so much more. But hang on, cause there's still some more to go.
It's a drug, 8 o'clock, to be on stage. And to stop it and say, yeah, things are going to be perfect, we don't know.
We're going to dry off our teeth. Like that.
I can't believe they still got it.
Still got it?
They still got it.
I will know when the time will come, because I'll feel it in here.
You're just hoping on a heart attack, eh?
No, no.
I wanted to be him when I was a kid. Then you get older and you realize it's not really possible in regular society.
The live show is the event. The recordings are simply a record of where you've been. Nobody really gets a flavour by Wasisname and the other fellows by listening to a DVD or CD. No, you've got to come to the show.
I said, hang on, cause there's still some more to go.
Give us a sense, how much touring have you done in the last 30-odd years?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, friggin' awful amount of them.
I got file cabinets full of the records. The cabinets plural.
Generally, for 35 years, it's been every fall and every spring out there. You can imagine the hours. We couldn't call in and say, I won't be in today, I'm sick. It doesn't work that way. We're not allowed to get sick. We've only missed like 3 or 4 engagements in 35 years. The number of times that we've gone on and fought together and lifted each other up. On the other end of the scale, the joy that we've experienced with thousands of people.
We know you're not breaking up, but is this your last tour?
Essentially, it's the last long tour we want to do. We'll just come and we'll be doing a special appearance here and there. We'll probably be doing a couple of shows here, but we won't be doing any long stretches of shows anymore. That's because it's getting too difficult, you know.
I mean, that's basic growth. That's homemade stuff.
Right there and
That's
there,
homemade.
look. But I was in to see your dad.
Yes,
in the home. He said, how old are you? And I said, I'm 70. God, he said, you're only a bucket compared to me.
Are you almost at a point where you get nostalgic for moments like this and meals like this and places like this?
Yeah, for sure we do, you know. It's not going to last forever.
Listen, boss, guess what? I've seen your show 5 times because I'm an usher. 5 times. 6 times.
Here we are. Okay, keep laughing. Laugh at the camera.
Don't hesitate. Need a picture. There you are.
I just told them that they better not cut it out because, I mean, they're just too good to stop.
These guys are so talented, and I recommend to anyone to try and go see them if they have a chance. They're truly a gem, and we should be proud of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we have your attention for one moment, please? We're going to do a song now, and we're going to dedicate it to this fine lady here. It's from Ontario, but we'll also dedicate it to you, providing you sing along with us. All right, a song called Sarah.
How awesome.
What? That's her name.
Her name is Sarah.
Wow.
I came upon a charming girl, and Sarah is her name. Her parents once a husband with riches, wealth, and fame. I have the wealth, but riches and fame has never come my way. Till the night I went to visit my love, and true Dickie say, Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long, and I'll be waiting for you round the corner. For you, sir. Back again, Ted, boy. Good to see you.
You was not looking any pretty.
Not looking any better.
Hello, Ted.
Good day, Barn. How are you?
Great, old man.
I didn't really put myself. You'll take it. Yes, sir.
D-D-E.
Greg, is this mine for the violin?
Ted, how many Buddy Wasisname tours have you worked on?
I've probably worked on 25 or so. It's that many, yeah. Yes, it has been that many. I treat the boys like, I don't know, I call a kid, I said I'm probably their biggest groupie because of the fact that I've been here so long. Here, they're probably the biggest draw, except for like maybe local Christmas shows or something. These are the guys that bring the people to the center. And every year, Kevin says, who's never been here before? And always there's people that come for the first time.
A slow introduction and then let me take the timing. It's not so bad either, you know.
In other words, what you're saying first is do something.
One thing we always do is we appear on stage 7 o'clock. In front of our microphones with our instruments on, we tune and we dabble around and we jam and we practice a little tiny bit, right? But just to know that we're all together and we're tight and there's nothing extraneous from outside, what's coming is important and we got to be ready for it.
The average person who comes in here has no idea about prep, and you don't really want them to. All you're selling is entertainment.
Right.
You just want them to come into the theater and for 2 hours just release the rest of the world.
Am I going to be on TV? Yes, indeed. What? No sense.
Billy Drover's dead and gone, and there's nothing left but the bones. Nature's working overtime to take down his old home. Legs are rotten and the back is bent, the windows they just stare. After 15 kids, it's hard to believe that there's no one living there. There was smoke from the chimney, youngsters screaming, smell of homemade bread. Spuds in the cellar and pickles in the pantry, and lots of wood in the shed. Try to remember the two-story house nestled down in the cove. 'Cause if you go back, you'll probably find a spot where the alders grow.
What is it that makes these guys so special?
They're part of us, they're Newfoundlanders, and we have the class of Wayne's songs like Saltwater Joys, and we have Kevin's antics that people just die for, and Ray's recitations and such, world famous. So everything that you could want to watch in the show.
And if you go back, you'll probably find a spot where the alders grow.
Well, listen now, boys, I'm going to tell you now, this is our 35th year doing this. Wow. Wicked or what? I mean, we can hardly believe it ourselves.
How did it all start?
Oh, now we each have an origin story.
I wish the Pope would visit out our way sometime. You crowd in it.
Basically, when I moved to Glovertown in 1982, freshly married, I was still entertaining solo. And I had adopted the handle Buddy Wasisname.
And he told me that he was burned out from the road way back then.
Yeah.
And I think at the time Kevin would have loved to have found a career that would give him solid money and so on and so forth.
I would have gotten clear of doing entertaining, yeah.
Exactly, entirely.
From the first time I saw that instrument in the corner of the house and I pick it up and play it, it inspired me to just hold on to what I saw in that accordion, in that two-story house so many years ago.
Ray, do another number for us now. Do The Hills of Glen Shee.
One fine summer's morning as I went out walking.
When I came to meet him, he had 6 albums out. He was Ray Johnson of Fishing in a Dory and so many others, 6 albums. And here he was teaching in Glovertown. And to fall into that kind of fortune in my mind was extraordinary. I mean, that was sort of like the gods working on my behalf, you know.
Do not take me over.
As I sit and I play for the folks all around and watch as they dance on the floor. Each man and his wife in the prime of their life, forgetting the hardships endured.
This was never meant to be a public thing. I remember it clearly. I'd been gone through rock bands, country bands, and all like a lot of other young Newfoundlanders, that sort of thing. Ray had, played for years and everything like that. And I think we were at a point where we just want to play music and enjoy it for itself. And we had so much fun doing so. We decided to make it a regular event. So every Wednesday afternoon in Ray's art room in the elementary school in Glovertown, we'd get together for an hour and a half. And how much laughing did we do? Next thing you know, we hear noises outside the door because there's a little group of students listening. And then there's the janitor and the odd teacher. And then all of a sudden somebody says, would you play for our assembly? We played and the place went wild. And then there was a fundraiser and we did that. And it just, like the phone just started to ring after that.
Now there's lots of medical evidence to support our point of view. It's not all psychological, good news for me and you. It affects our serotonin, which reduces aches and pains, and does all kinds of cool things to the chemistry of our brains. Good chocolate!
Well, when I first started out with it, I was very nervous about it because I didn't think I was up to the power of these guys to do what I'm doing now. But when they kind of accepted what I was doing and we worked on it, it improved itself, I was getting a little bit more encouraged, and I felt I would have something to offer here.
Now if you can keep a secret, just leave it up to me. I'll take the funds and build us a chocolate factory. And if life should get too heavy, we decide to end it all. Won't do it with a pistol, drugs or alcohol. We'll just take $1,000 to a nice dessert cafe, eat a dump truck load of chocolate and do ourselves quick, 'cause we love chocolate. Mount Water chocolate, Black Forest cheesecake, and chocolate corn. Some chocolate balls, some chocolate, and all the chocolate we need is good chocolate. Yeah, we need a boost.
You're foolish.
I've always had that, I will say, consternation about going completely out there because I did that for years. You know, where the costumes were so over the top. And there's this temptation to make people laugh all the time, even walking on in stage terms. You're walking on what the boys were doing.
You gotta be happy.
But what happens with me generally is I'll be vocalizing. I might be in my shed where nobody can hear me. Going right off me nut altogether.
Shut up! Quiet! Quiet! I'm trying to sing a song! Quiet! Shut up!
And then I'll be on a trip and I'll say, Wayne, Lord jeepers, I don't know if you got something. But here's something that's been going around in my head, you know.
Let me relate to one now the story of a man, his work and his call. Of how he once stood and packed his up on the wooden frame.
Now folks, we have to tell you, when we first started as a group, we encountered some bad restaurants.
Why, good day, ma'am.
I don't see what's so good about it.
What do you mean?
There's right noisy out my clothes. It stuck right onto me, sure.
Okay. Well, tell me, what's your soup of the day?
A vegetable pea turkey, sir.
Pardon?
Vegetable pea turkey, you deaf?
No, I'm not deaf. Now, I distinctly heard the word turkey in there and soup, so I like turkey soup. I'll have the soup.
No, my son, it don't work like that.
Well, what do you mean it don't work like that?
Yesterday you could have had the turkey soup. The day before that you could have had the vegetable soup. Day before that you could have had the pea soup. This morning we throw them all together to the vegetable pea turkey.
Me, I'm the comedy guy. I'm not the guy to present comedy. My mission in what I do is to take that ball and pitch it perfectly so that Kevin Blackmore knocks it out of the park and has people just screaming crazy.
So tell me, is it tin soup? Is it tin soup?
No, just right tick.
We know for a fact there are people coming in who want to just hear him. And we know for a fact there's people wanting to hear what Wayne does and what I do, and so on.
And you couldn't do just all humor. You can't be, say, just a sketch humor group and fill an evening with that, because an awful lot of people are going to not like hearing those tunes raising, and they want to hear the songs. They come out of here without hearing Saltwater Joys. Something is wrong, you know.
Just to wake up in the morning to the quiet of the cove and hear Aunt Bessie talking to herself, and to hear poor Uncle John mumbling wishes to O'Neill. It made me feel like everything was fine. I was born down by the water, it's here I'm gonna stay. I've searched for all the reasons I should go away, but I haven't got the thirst for all those modern day toys, so I'll just take my chances with those saltwater joys.
It's an incredible honor to stand in front of 500, 1,000 people and see them moved by something that you created. And I have to confess that it's getting harder to do Saltwater Joys. And I lay in bed last night thinking why last night I dropped out for a whole phrase or two. I just got emotionally choked up.
Saltwater Joys, sing along now. Some go to where the buildings.
Sometimes when I'm singing it and I'm in the environment of all these people who are appreciating it, it gets very emotional.
Turn to swarming faceless crowds, so I'll do without their riches, glamour and the noise, and I'll stay and take my chances with those saltwater joys. God bless you. Good night. Thank you.
Put on your very best face.
So he's the comedian, right?
Newfoundland is known for their humor or whatever, so I guess those guys shows the rest of the world what Newfoundland really is.
Have you guys seen them before?
Oh, yes, we don't miss the show.
We're here every year.
We're just like churchgoers.
You got a granddaughter or
Emily.
Do you still laugh at the jokes you've seen
Every
before?
time, every time. I mean, I can put on this DVD now when I get home tonight and laugh again, right? You can relate to everything he says. It happened to you or happened to someone you know, is all your foolishness that he gets on with, right?
It's just tradition. It's part of our culture. It's one of the greatest groups Newfoundland has ever seen. You can come here in a completely glum mood and leave just delighted. So always a good time.
Always a great show. Was there a point when you realized that this band was a really big deal?
Boy, we
we never
thought of
thought
it that way.
No.
We what we do is we write our songs and create our music and create our foolishness, and we do it for its essence. We do it because we got to make this as funny or as touching or as moving as we can. Like, we do this stuff and we give it everything we got, and when it goes out there, what people say about it and where it goes after that, who knows?
Well, this is my collection. I started back, I guess, in probably 1983. The boys get together in 82, but actually 86 for first cassette. And I've been collecting ever since. Myself, I like to have a good joke in it, right? So if you want a good joke and good laugh, there's no other way to beat it than this.
Is this everything they've ever released?
I think there's a few things I haven't got. Well, I got all the CDs in order. You only got 20 out, and they all right in order here right now. And they only have 5 DVDs. They're really good. They're really talented. The wife loves them. I love them. And some of the CDs and DVDs, I'm surprised they're still working because they're playing them over and over. I hope they don't stop for a while yet, but if they do, like I said, I pretty well got everything they got out. So he might be gone, but he won't be forgot.
So you guys are Buddy Wasisname and the other fellas, right?
Yes, my son. My sonny, we're Buddy Wasisname, boy. Yes, sir.
Buddy, you play the accordion pretty good there?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I come all the way from Gamble Pond.
Gamble Pond, right, boys? 18-mile pond, right, boys? Right on. 17 and a half miles long, see?
That was the 18-mile pond, right? 17 and a half miles long.
We're all musical. We all came from a musical family, but when Kyle was born, we knew almost right from the beginning he was very musical. So he gets fixated on different musicians. Bryan Adams at one point, then it was Elvis Presley, and of course now the latest is Buddy Wasisname.
How many Buddy Wasisname songs can you play?
Oh, my God.
I'd say just about all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Yes,
all of them.
sir, yeah. He's,
What's another one that I done? That I really, really done? Huh? If you have me, you gotta be happy. You got to be. You gotta be happy.
You got to be 100%, I suppose. Now what are you looking peevish for? Pick your jaw up off the floor.
When you smack my new my one, you're not moving out in short.
You ain't got no disease, don't go looking for sympathy. Cause I knows if you was me, you'd be a baby.
100%. And about your man, mine now. Woo!
Spot on. Spot on. Kevin, Wade, and Ray would be proud. What's it like when they go on tour for you and Kyle?
It's awesome because, you know, Kyle looks forward to it every single year. He's hoping one day to get on stage with them. But I tell you, the boys have been awesome. Kyle turned 16 2 years ago, and my sister had emailed Ray. And Ray actually made the phone call and wished Kyle happy birthday here. And I got a phone call from my sister the next morning, and she was crying on the phone. And she said, Tracy, she said, go on Facebook.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyle.
They were on stage, and he got the whole audience to sing happy birthday to Kyle. That was awesome.
That one.
This is for you, buddy. This is all for you.
Oh, carry me, would you carry me? Hold me and touch my hand. Oh, carry me, would you carry me? Take my footprints from the sand.
I'm Eleanor Parrott from Pickley, and I've been here now for 60 odd years. This album here. Now the song is on that album, Carry Me. And when I bought the album, I played it, and when that song came on, I said, oh my Lord, isn't that beautiful? That's nice to play to my funeral, coming out of church. And he started off soft and mellow, and then after he got part way through it, he speeded up. I said, now that don't sound a thing.
So this is the part.
We try to stay tall and we lean on each other in love.
There's nothing wrong with just for a song, but what I want it for. So I had it for so many years, and this night I was here and I thought about it. I said, my Lord, I wonder if I'd call, would he do one specially for me and just start off soft and mellow and go right through like that, you know, without changing anything. I was talking to the men in the studio, and they said they'd pass the message along to him, and oh, it was a nice walk for her, and I said, well, maybe they don't do that kind of stuff, you know. I thought to myself, well, perhaps that's not their business. So when they came back from their tour, he and his wife turned up to my door and brought it to me in his hand, and he never charged me a cent.
The new version, was it the way you'd imagined it to be?
Yes, it was the way I wanted it to be, but maybe it was even better than what I imagined.
Oh, carry me, would you carry me?
And this is the only version of that song played this way in the world.
Yeah, that's the only one. And I'm not allowed to give it to anybody. I said, when I die, I'll have it put in the ground with me.
As companions fall, we try to stay tall and we lean on each other in love. It's through sorrow and pain that grace is gained, and through prayers our hearts grow strong. Oh, carry me, would you carry me? Hold me and touch my hand. Oh, carry me, take my footprints from
Our legacy might be that we touched the hearts and minds of so many people, but I think bigger than that, we've given them identity, and people down the road are going to want to know what those people who lived in Littletown, Newfoundland, thought, sounded like. What was their voice? What were the things they loved, and where did they come from, and what did they appreciate, and were their lives complex or simple, and all those things. I think that they can understand an awful lot by listening to the things that we've done. Yeah. All of it. Everything.
Would you carry me, take my footprints from the sand?
So how far is it to Corner Brook? Another half hour?
All right, boys, look over this way. Give me a good pose, eh? Got to go up to something.
Now, boys, we need a little restaurant table right there.
Little restaurant.
You saw that, Carl.
Oh my God, the teenagers are getting in, hey?
A milestone for me.
How did the teenagers get in here?
Yeah.
Are you working tonight?
My name is Gladys Batten. I'm a house manager, or a glorified name, I guess, for head usher. I started work here September the 15th, 21 years ago, and I've been here ever since. And I have seen over 100 performances. I'm almost approaching the age of how many times I've seen the show. Not quite, but I'm getting there. Every time they come and I come in to watch their performance, it's like for the first time. It's just a beautiful feeling of warmth when you leave and go outside at the intermission and see everybody there talking about this skit and that skit and seeing so many happy people. And I think with so much going on in the world today, that when you come here for some 2 hours of your life, you've come here to enjoy and fill with laughter, and there's so little of it today.
I'm Byron Pardy, bass player, technician for Buddy Wasisname. They called me to just do a couple of songs on a CD, I think it was in 1999. So I went in and did those 2 songs in the studio, and then they called me the following fall, and we went out and did the Arts and Culture Center tour, actually. That's how it began, and here we are 18 years later.
What was it like for you to be asked to join such an established band that already had this very established dynamic as a trio, as an iconic trio?
Well, it was easy for me because I've always been a sideman. Before, I had worked with Irish Descendants and Ron Hines, so they were all pretty established as it was. So I didn't think it was going to be as long as it was. It was 18 years and it just went by like that.
Two.
But these guys, they get along well, and like any working relationship, you got to accept each other for who they are, your weaknesses as well as your strengths and your faults, and they do that. So that's why it's lasted so long, I think.
What's your favorite part of being on the road?
8 o'clock.
Shows.
8 o'clock.
I love audiences, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Every
there's no
audience
doubt
is a
about it.
challenge, eh?
Yeah. Whatever happened during the day is behind you. Like we are mentally trained ourselves and constantly reminded each other over the years that 8 o'clock is why we live. Those people are paying to come and see us. They want to laugh. And no matter what crap we had happen to us in the daytime, we have to be out there with our chest stuck out, with a smile on the face, and everything you got is for them.
That wasn't good enough. Here's a tribute to Newfoundlanders' favorite meal, salt beef junkie. Bless my soul, what can I do? The same as salt beef dinner is a killer. It's got carcinogens and heavy-duty fats. It could serve as an elephant filler. I'm as good as dead, but I'm sure well fed, cause I love those buckets of riblets. I like to drink that liquor and chew those bones, even though I'm pickling my giblets. Put on the beef, peas pudding and the greens, and the carrots and turtles. Can't you smell that steam? Some little potatoes, with the pudding good lumpy. Oh, I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie. Oh, I just can't wait. I'm a salt beef junkie.
Struggling artists. Struggling artists.
I want to hit day.
Tonight we're at Humber Valley. We're at a chalet in Humber Valley. It just seemed to be logical. Normally we stay in hotels the last few years, but this one came available to us, and it is nice. Nice one, buddy.
Yes! I've never played pool before.
Two more, Ray. This business for us is, you know, like it's all over the map. I mean, you could be out staying in a cheap hotel somewhere, you know, where conveniences are sparse. Or next week you're in, you know, the highest kind of luxury, that sort of thing. And over the years, it's always been up and down like that.
How many hotel nights for you now? You were
Oh, I make now what?
2
Almost
weeks.
2 weeks
Two
now.
weeks.
2 weeks.
Hotel
2
room
weeks.
every night.
And my wife called me today and she says, I don't know what you look like, Ray.
And we reminded her what he looks like.
He's still ugly.
Still ugly.
When the long touring does wind down, do you think you're going to be happy to have it behind you to be able to stay home as long as you like? Or do you think you're going to miss it and miss nights like this?
Zach, I think we're going to find out whether our wives can live with us full time or not, right? Well, and a lot of people say this too, you know. But we don't know.
So much of your music, you know, is about the joys and comforts and simple pleasures of home, and yet you guys have spent so much of your lives away from home.
Well, it certainly makes you appreciate home more. So we live in two worlds, and those worlds have to exist together in order to go and find the audiences to do what we do, to take our art, if you want to call it art, to those people.
I remember the time when my grandpa and I would sit by the fire at night, and I listened to stories of how he once lived by the glow of the kerosene light, by the glow of the kerosene light.
It's a sacrifice you have to make. Like people say, oh, what about hotels and airports and all this sort of stuff? Well, that comes with the territory, you know what I mean?
You couldn't have Santa Claus without the elves.
No, that's
Brilliant.
right. Yeah.
Right?
Brilliant.
You couldn't have like Easter without the bunny. It's the same thing, right? You can't have Buddy What's Name and the other fellas without the road, you know?
Yeah.
The road.
Sliding down the barracks hill beyond the speed of light. Didn't know the heart could beat that fast. Frozen tears on crimson cheeks and toes gone numb with cold. But we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways. As memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much steeper and the ride costs so much more. But hang on, cause there's still some more to go.
You'll have your plans made, so as the time comes,
You don't
as
have
you
to
need to
belabor-
wind down.
you don't
right
have to
here.
belabor it then, yeah,
but
making
I'm
the big
hoping I'm
decision.
still doing push-ups at 90. But who knows,
at
right?
it,
Gotta have the right tube every night. Same two picks until they get retired. You feel around in there and you feel for the last ones you used, and your fingers know which ones there were not. That's freaky, right?
Hang on, cause there's still some more to go. Blowing in from
That was yesterday, Ray. I'm playing the St. John's Arts and Culture Centre, and you can't do the show without me. Yay!
But we didn't know those moments wouldn't last. Gone are the days and lost are the ways. As memories they're frozen now in time. Now the hill seems so much steeper and the ride costs so much more. But hang on, cause there's still some more to go.
Every day now, I'm finding it's going to be very hard to give this up. And I don't know how we're going to do it. It may be a press conference, it may be something just out of the blue that one of us got sick or passed on.
We didn't know those moments wouldn't last.
But I can't see Buddy Wasisname, the other fellas, ending. That's why I think we have to reach out to our young people. Is there anyone out there who can imitate the three of us and carry on with it?
Still some more to go then.
Still some more to go, yeah.
I said, hang on, cause there's still some more to go.
I'm going to start a country band.
You are?
I'm going to start a country band.
I'm in the buddy.
Yeah.
You want a drummer?
I think we call it the Buddy Wasisname and the other dudes.
I'll have to move on because there's no accordion in country music.
Well, we can make one, Ray. I'll tell you what, they got these electric ones now, and it can sound like a steel guitar.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have to have an accordion sound. You can sound like a steel guitar.
Ray, country recitation.
We just make the hat just big enough so it'll come down over your eyes. You won't see it. And you don't need to know what you're doing. And I just wake up in the morning to the quiet of the cove. We can do it.